What's good, everyone? Welcome back to Cleveland Sports Unfiltered. Now that right there, that is another Cavaliers win type win right there, and that's what I'm talking about. The Cavaliers win to even up the series at 2 games apiece by the final score 112 to 103. I thought the Cavaliers came out as the more desperate team. They came out as the more hungrier team. They came out as the more feistier team, and they showed that they were not going to go down 3-1. They started this game off by how teams started us off, forcing turnovers and getting fast break points and hitting threes. No, that was flip. Cavs came out aggressive. They really punched Detroit in the mouth and kind of took them by surprise. But Detroit, as they always do, because they were the best team in the East. They came back and took the lead. Got uh, they got some good contributions off the bench with let me see, Karis LeVert. He was cooking in the first half. 24 points, 10 to 16, 3 to 6. He was absolutely cooking in the first half, but that well ran dry for some reason. And I'm glad they did. The well ran dry from him. It's like 2K. He made all of his misses. He made all of his makes in the first half. He used all of his makes. So, good to see that the Cavs defense and the defensive intensity was there from the start. They didn't do that annoying shit of what Kenny said. They like to feel their way in. No, they said, fuck that. We're going to punch you in your mouth and see how you respond, because teams been punching us in the mouth. And yeah, we respond well, but it takes us way too long to get off the proverbial mat. But this game was absolutely phenomenal. And James Harden, he was sensational. He started off the game very, very well. I think he had the first 11 points, or the first 11 out of 18 points. The first quarter he was sensational. He the one was responsible for getting us the lead. His playmaking all game was awesome. His control of the game's tempo was awesome. And James Harden was James Harden tonight. This is what we traded for, not the bullshit James Harden we was getting before. But this is the James Harden. This is why we make that trade to get James Harden. Yeah, he was absolutely phenomenal. Now I know if you look at the final box score, he was 5 of 14, 5 of 9 from the three. All of his points came from the 3 point line and the free throw line. He was 9 of 9 from the free throw line, but his control of the game, it was sort of LeBron esque as far as managing the tempo of the game, knowing when I need to speed the game up. Okay, let me slow this game down. When I need to take over, when I need to defer to others in the offense. I think it was phenomenal the way that Kenny ran the offense. Finally, he, instead of everybody just you know standing too close, everybody was spaced far out when Donovan or James was at the top of the key isolating or running the pick and roll game. And also, I love the usage of Sam Merrill as the screener. His pick and pop game was nice. He had 6 points on 2 of 7 shooting, but still the gravitational pull that he has, and them using him as a screener. I think they did a phenomenal job of using him as a screener, and they finally stopped letting Duncan Robinson skate free on the defensive end. Like, the dude's not a defender, and they did a awesome job of not letting him just sit there and guard a Sam Merrill in the corner. No, you're gonna sit and guard Sam. We're gonna put you into action. We're gonna have Sam as the screener. Now, if Sam will, one of these games on that pick and pop, Sam will get on the heater, and instead of going 2 of 7, he'll go 4 of 7. He'll make two extra threes, or he'll go 5 of 7. But one of these games, if they keep running that same action with Sam as the screener, he will get hot. So that's a wonderful adjustment that I like to see. All around great adjustments, and they continue to do a phenomenal job on Cade Cunningham. What he had in 39 minutes, he only had 19 points, 7 of 16 shooting, 2 of 5 from three. Excuse me. 3 of 3 from the line. Yeah, how many turnovers? Because Cade is good for turnovers. He had 5 turnovers to 6 assists. Good job. They've been doing a good job all series of turning him over. And, I like the way they blitzing him, and the bigs are actually getting back to their man after the blitz, and they trap him and get him to pick up his dribble and to give up his dribble, and just doing everything they can to get the ball out of his hands and forcing other guys to beat them. Because that's how really Karras really was getting his buckets, coming off the blitz of Cade. But it was just an all around phenomenal job, especially in that second half. And what did Donovan have? Donovan had 43. Though Donovan had 43, he started the game off like absolutely terrible. He started the game off terrible. He only had he ended with 43. He only had 4 points in the first half. He had 4 points in the first half. I thought he was settling, and I thought he was just too timid to go to the rim for some reason, and settling for the long ball, the jump shot way too much for no reason. But then second half he came out uber aggressive. Came out getting downhill, attacking the rim no matter who's there. He got his floater game working. He got the jump shot working. Got the step back going. He was in his bag in the second half. He had 39 second half points, was tied the NBA playoff record for most points in a half, and he was absolutely sensational in the cooking. Me personally, he could have had more if Kenny didn't take him out in the third quarter when he was absolutely torching them and they couldn't do nothing with him. Nobody on the team could do anything with him, and then Kenny decided to take him out. And Detroit they didn't make a huge run, but they started to make a little run and cut into the deficit. But I was getting irritated because I'm like, dude, you're doing the same shit again, and you did this in game two, and it bit us in the ass. And I was just like, please don't let this bite us in the ass, but it didn't. Donovan, the James, not Donovan, James and Schroeder, kept the team going, kept the team afloat until the fourth quarter when Donovan got back off from the bench from his rest. And also, like the start of that third quarter is where the avalanche happened. And, just to start the third quarter, I think it was 22-0 to start the third quarter. It was a avalanche, and that's where the floodgates really opened up. Again, led by Donovan Mitchell. This was just an all around phenomenal effort. Now we need this effort, this fight, this hustle, this intensity, this defense to travel on the road. We got to travel. This just can't be a home series. We gotta win one on the road. We gotta win one on the road. But also, I got to shout out to Evan Mobley because, of course, all the time, every time we lose, because now that Darius is gone, he's the new fall guy. Not for me, but for everybody else. Evan's the new fall guy, and everything is always his fault. So we got to shout out to Evan. He was absolutely phenomenal tonight. 39 minutes, 17 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, made all of his free throws, had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 5 blocks. 5 blocks. And Evan catch so much shit, but never really the same people who criticizes him, I never hear you guys praise him and acknowledge his when he does well. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Evan had a phenomenal fucking game tonight. Playmaking, defending, shot blocking, contesting shots, altering shots. Just all around phenomenal game on the defensive end and the offensive end. Because he had five. He had five dimes. He had five dimes. And you guys like to shit on him for not rebounding, and I be trying to tell everybody like, hey, of course he's not rebounding because he's out there doing James and Donovan job on the perimeter. So how do you expect him to rebound when he's out there contesting Cade and out there contesting Tobias Harris when he's out there guarding them? How do y'all expect him to rebound? That's why I always say the guards have to help the bigs rebound. And if we look by team stats, the total rebounds, 35 to 32 to them. Now they all rebounded us by two. Offensive boards, which was the thing I worried most from last game that killed us. Not this game. We won the offensive boards 11-12. They won the defensive board only by 3, 24-21, which led to total rebounds of 35 to 33. We led at free throw shooting, all around, just a all around phenomenal game. And this was one of their better 3-point shooting attempts, but we just got more volumes up, so we just made more. They got only 23 up. They were 10 to 23. We got 41 up, 14 to 41. And, there's just, I just can't praise this team enough. You know, I doubted them. I told y'all I didn't pick them in this series, but hey man, they shutting me up, but not too much though, because you still have to prove this on the road. Yes, you hold serve at home, and you refuse to go down 3-1. Absolutely love it, but you guys got to do this. Take all of this, channel all of this, bottle it all up, and take that on the road because you're going into a hostile environment with a great crowd. Detroit has a great crowd. Their fan base is damn near identical to ours. The Rabbit fan base is just as identical as ours. And they're going to be riled up. The team is going to be riled up because they're going to want to hold serve at home. And they're going to want to take a commanding 3-2 lead and put the pressure back on you. No, you come out, you do the same thing, you punch them in the mouth, and either you just take the game or you steal it. I don't give a shit how it gets done, but you gotta. This has to travel. This has to travel, and James and Donovan are going to do what James and Donovan do. It's up to the role players. We have to match. We have to match their role players. Max, Dean, Evitt, Jarrett, Tyson, Schroeder. We all got to match their role players. Our role players, we have to match theirs. We have to match their intensity because they're going to make a little bit more shots because, as they saying goes, role players play better at home, and it's true. Our role players, your stuff got to travel to the road. It has to at least one game. We just need one game. We need one game because I think if we can get that game, I don't see us losing back in Cleveland for a game six. I just don't. I just don't. But all around again, phenomenal effort tonight. And one thing that's been biting us in the ass that they cut down on, and I said if you can keep the turnovers under 15 or 15 max, 15 max, and if you can keep be 15 and under, we'll be fine. And that's what happened. We only 13 turnovers to their 18, and it showed all night when the Cavaliers don't really turn the ball over. We're a potent offense, man. We're a potent offense. When we don't turn the ball over and our stellar defensive performance led by the head of the defensive snake, Evan Mobley, man, we're a tough out. We're a tough out. And it showed all night. We really didn't turn the ball over. Let me look at players' stats. Let me look at who had some turnovers. against Detroit. Yeah, James. Evan had 3 turnovers, but again, he was out there on. You don't expect Evan to be the facilitator, but he had 5 assists. Not Evan was of course, he was the biggest plus minus and plus 30, led by and then followed by Donovan Mitchell at plus 28, Dean Wade at plus 20, which everybody's gonna freak out because how he went scoreless. Look at his defensive effort on Gay Cunningham. And it's funny because, I watch Nightcap and Shannon Sharp said, they got nothing for Cade. They got nothing for Cade. No, they got nobody for Cade. Okay. Okay. We ain't got nobody for Cade. And I'm not saying Cade some, slappy or anything like that, but the way it's, they got nobody for Cade. You got nothing. Go listen to him. Go listen to him before this game. And how we got nobody for Cade. And it's like, no, that's absolutely bullshit. We got 3 bodies to throw at Cade. 4 actually. We got Tyson, Struce, and Wade, led by Wade, and also led by the defensive player of the year and Evan Mobley. So what the fuck you mean we ain't got nobody to throw at Cade? Or we got no not throw at Cade. He said 4K. Is a difference. But I love when the Cavaliers prove shit wrong, and I love when they prove me wrong. I doubted them. I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite and say I expected this. No, I doubted them. I doubted them, and they proved me wrong. And I love when my team proves me wrong because I love, and I'm gonna love every time I'm wrong. I'm gonna love coming on here to you guys admitting I was wrong. I was wrong. The Cavs proved me wrong once again, and I fucking love that they did it. I love it. I again, man, like this win is just it feels so good because it's like this is Cavalier basketball. This is what we can be when we stop doing the dumb, silly shit. Now, Kenny, I just need you. You already did one thing I asked. You already did one thing I asked. You stopped challenging dumb shit in the first half for no reason. I just need you to do one more thing for me. I need you to do one more thing for me. One more thing. When Donovan, if Donovan gets hot in any more third quarters, and it's either leading to a massive lead or it's cutting down the lead, when JB calls a timeout, don't you take Donovan out no more, bro. Don't do it. We don't need that. We don't need that because they started cutting into the lead, but luckily James again was phenomenal at controlling the pace tonight, and he snuffed out that little hot fury that they had trying to come back. But don't do that shit no more. You irritate me, and you gonna hear it from us if you do it again. But all around phenomenal effort once again from the Cavaliers. But hopefully this can translate to Game 5 on the road. We go and steal one, or we going to take it, come back home, and again, I don't think they can beat us in Cleveland. So I'm not gonna get far ahead. We gonna celebrate this win. We gonna feel good about our team. We'll worry about Game 5 when Game 5 gets here. And hats off to the Cavs, man. Shout out to the Cavs and shout out to Donovan Mitchell who had a hell of a night. Shout out to James Harden for controlling the entirety of the night. And shout out again to the guy that you guys never give any credit to, but all the blame to the new Darius scapegoat, Evan Mobley. Shout out to Evan Mobley because I can't wait to hear what some of you guys got to say, especially when I go to work tomorrow. Can't wait to hear that because Evan always gets the shit in when we lose. It's always Evan this, Evan that, Evan this, Evan that. Phenomenal night, phenomenal fucking night, man. I'm just so proud of this team right now, and we can go and finally break this road losing streak. But that's all I got to say about that. You guys let me know what you think about this win in the comment section down below. Also, leave me your predictions for Game 5. Do we go and steal one? Do we go and just take it? Do we come home with a 3-2 lead? Or are we down 3-2? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let y'all know what I'm about to tell you guys. You guys ain't gotta go home. Y'all got the hell up out of here. Until next time, peace.